We are living through what I believe is the greatest financial opportunity of our lifetimes. Today, I have so much alpha for you guys, things that haven't happened yet that you could still get in on and have the potential to print millions in profits. And I am not exaggerating. But it's also the end of the week where we have our Crypto Gorilla weekly news roundup. So I'm just going to mix it all together because I really want to prioritize the alpha, the meme coin narratives that I think are going to do really strongly, and plays that I'm very bullish on. Now, that being said, I am not a financial advisor. This is extremely risky. I have accepted the risks that I put in my money, and it can go to absolute zero, and there are no refunds. I will not be refunding you. So don't follow me blindly, use your brain, and come to your own conclusion. Now, if you like these kind of videos, if you want the alpha focus videos, would you kindly hit that subscribe button? Let's get this channel to 100,000 followers. If you can also hit the like button, YouTube really values when you hit the like button. It shares it with a lot more people, meaning more people see the video, meaning more people to buy your bags because you guys watch the video first. So what a week it's been for meme coins. We had a ton of major exchanges list all of our bags, and every single one of them went to the moon. Even the ones that didn't get listings, all of the money flowed through a bunch of tokens. If we just quickly look at the ones that did really well, we first had Hippo on Sui, which got listed on Binance Perps. This thing went from 100 million to over 300 million just from getting perps. It currently sits at roughly 200 mil. And Binance has been listing a ton of stuff. Of course, we spoke about Act and Pnut earlier this week. Pnut also got listings on Bybit and OKX. And Pnut has been one of the most insane things to watch. If you bought it just a few days ago, it was at 88 million in market cap, and it ran all the way to 2.4 billion. That's what, like a 28x return on your money on a token that's near 100 million in market cap. Now, we also saw Bonk get Binance. We saw fwog get Bybit, which this is the one of the tokens that I mentioned in my Wednesday video that I bought. And I put multiple 5 figures into this token because I really believe in the community behind this. They are super strong, and people feel so confident in representing this project because of how strong the art is. We even see their PFPs selling for like $60,000. But the biggest listings of the week were, of course, the top ETH token and the top Solana token, which on ETH, that's going to be Pepe. Not only did it get listed on Coinbase, but it also got Robinhood, which is a huge deal. And the token ran above 10 billion market cap for the first time. In my opinion, that's not going to be anywhere near the bottom. I am a big believer in Pepe. I've been pushing it for a very long time. And it's also another one of the coins I called in my Wednesday video. So perfect timing. I also called Mog, which went from like 600 in my video to 1 billion just yesterday. Now, the other token on Solana that got Coinbase was WIF. This one ran from 2 billion all the way to roughly 5 billion. And with this, these exchanges saw an insane amount of trading volume. So I think it's going to be a battle between the exchanges for the listings, for the volume, for the attention, because they are missing out on all the fees from pumpfun, from all the trading tools we're using, and they want us to trade on their exchanges. So if they continue listing our memes, we are going to go to Valhalla. Our memes are going to go to insane valuations. Now, of course, I said I bought fwog on Wednesday. My most recent purchase is going to be Brett, which is the main meme coin on the base chain. And this is a narrative that's being pushed by Crash for a very long time, saying, hey, Brett is the #1 token on base and it's going to go to the moon and all that. Anybody can say that, but it does make sense that the #1 token on base would eventually get a listing on Coinbase since it's their chain. So at the time of filming this video, Brett currently sits at 1.45 billion in market cap. If they get Coinbase, this is easily going to 3-4 billion. So I bought spot. I am not leverage trading this because we don't know if it's actually going to get a Coinbase listing. And if it does, maybe it's going to take 2 months. Who knows? But I do feel that it is inevitable. But enough about all the listings that already happened or my listing speculation. Let's get into the opportunities to make that retirement money. And we are kicking it off with a banger because I believe this is a crazy opportunity. We have Alex Becker saying that he wants to release his very own meme coin. And I know on Wednesday I covered his previous tweet where he speaks about a new product, and it's going to be, it sounded like some gambling platform or some game. And he mentioned specifically this is not going to be a meme coin or an NFT. But since then, he has posted multiple tweets about wanting to release a meme coin. Here he says, debating releasing a meme coin with a twist. And the twist is basically that it's going to be a game. He claims that he's not going to be, buying any of it. There's not going to be team insiders. Yeah, I don't know if I believe all that. But here he also says it's going to be dropped on pumpfun. So we know it's going to be a token on Solana. And then just yesterday, he had a follow-up tweet to this where he talks about he wants it to be very Ridley. So I think you need to pay attention to the verbiage whatever the word is, that he uses in his tweets. Here he says secret squirrel. Maybe there's going to be something to do with a secret squirrel. But he also says you are going to get a massive edge if you're able to figure it out, because you're going to find the coin at a very low market cap on pumpfun. But he also says you need to pay attention to his videos and his images for the next few weeks. For all we know, it's going to be in the next few days, but I really think he's going to milk this thing and try to get maximum engagement out of it, get everybody to turn their notifications on, everybody to watch his videos and all that. And we have the first notification about a video. Here he shows us that on Saturday the 16th, he is going to release a video at 11 a.m. and it seems like there's going to be clues in it. He mentions something about, winning a cat. Again, an animal. He says cat, so he said cat and squirrel. And if we look into this picture above the guitar, you could see there is a code. It says R123 AAAA number. I searched like all the new contracts and stuff. None of them have this in the contract. Even if you get rid of the 2 number signs, he does have a tattoo on his neck of the number 13. So I thought maybe that can replace these 2 numbers, but it doesn't seem to be anything. Maybe this is a troll for engagement because he is cooking with these tweets, and he's like the #1 KOL in our space, right? Especially on YouTube. His videos get hundreds of thousands of views. Everybody flocks to his videos. Whatever token he posts about, those tokens go to the moon. People buy it like it's the gospel. So you should definitely have notifications turned on for his Twitter. You should have notifications on for his YouTube. You should have notifications on for my YouTube. What are you doing? But hopefully you hit this, because if you could catch this early, like very early, that is going to be a gen wealth opportunity. Like, this token is going to go to multiple millions in market cap. So if you can get in at like 30K or 100K or whatever it is, you can absolutely print on this. So may the odds be ever in your favor. The next opportunity that we have coming up is going to be by Nolan. I'm not going to try to say his last name, but this is the dude who has the Neuralink, right? He calls himself a cyborg, but I don't know. He has Neuralink in his head, which is the chip being developed by Elon Musk, who we all know is a main character, right? Whenever he does something, tokens go to the moon, but he has the chip in his head. And what happened last time is he made the first meme with Neuralink. And of course, from the meme, we have a meme coin, which we'll talk about this in just a second. But the opportunity that I'm talking about is he's going to be doing a live stream. It was actually supposed to be this weekend, but as you can see here, he is changing it to November 22nd until the 25th. He's going to be doing a 72-hour live stream. But if we go to the original tweet, you can see orangey here saying, hey, can you launch a pump fund? If we scroll down, this person said, can you launch a pump fund on stream? And he put the eye emojis. So maybe he's actually going to launch a pump fund. And if he does, the first pump fund launched on a live stream by somebody using Neuralink, that thing's going to go to the moon, especially with the whole AI narrative. Like, this isn't AI, right? It's not an AI agent, but it's going to go straight to the moon. So I think he's going to have a ton of degens who are tuned in to his live stream, which again is on November 22nd until the 25th. And they're all going to be begging him, like, drop a pump fund in the chat, maybe open pump fund and pick some tickers. So I think he's going to have a good time. Maybe he's going to get a lot of donations. I mentioned that meme coin before. Look, I didn't buy this yet, so I'm still debating on doing it. This is a meme coin. I'm sure there were a bunch, but a meme coin that launched with that first meme that I showed you guys, this one. So he put this, somebody of course dropped a pump fund, and it ran very quickly to 30 million, and then it died. It went straight to 0. But now you can see it is kind of reviving over here. So I think people are buying this as a catch-up trade to whatever happens when he live streams. If he live streams a token and it goes to 100 million, then this one's going to catch a bid. It's probably going to go 10% of what the other one does. So the new one goes to 100 mil. this one can go to 10 mil. So that would be a 5x. Again, I'm not telling you to buy it. I did not buy it yet, but I'm just identifying an opportunity. This might not even be the only NCAT that's out there, right? There might be 12 and I just didn't find the right one. This is the one that seems to have gone the highest, and it was actually released on the same date. But again, do your own research. Next up, this one might feel a little bit random, but we have the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight happening today, November 15th. And I do think there's going to be some pump fun tokens that come out about this, but typically when you have an event that everyone knows is going to happen, similar to the debates, everybody was looking for meme coins to pop off and nothing did well because we're all expecting, or we're all trying to make something happen, unless there's like a new mascot or maybe somebody says a weird word and that catches on. But personally, what I did is I went and put very small bets on Polymarket. I just found the odds for a draw and a Mike Tyson fight were very low compared to Jake Paul, even though it seems like people think he's going to win. I put a small bet because I'm going to get what? I'm getting 10-1 on my draw bet, and I'm getting 3-1 on Mike Tyson winning. And I was just thinking like, look, Jake Paul could win. I'm sure he's a good boxer, but a lot of people are saying it's rigged, so he's going to win. But if Mike Tyson catches him with, a right hook, he's going down. So I was like, okay, 3-1. And then if it's a draw, because I was thinking like Mike Tyson doesn't want his last fight ever to be a loss to a YouTuber. Maybe they're going to make it a draw like we've seen with some other fights. So that would be a 10-1 return. I'm not telling you to go take this bet. This is just what I did. But the reason I'm talking about Polymarket is because we have the CEO of Polymarket, Shane Copeland. His home was raided by the FBI and they took away his phone, they took away his electronic devices, and he says like he hasn't been charged with anything. They haven't really come up with any real reason why they're doing this other than the Polymarket polls or Polymarket bets predicted the results of the elections. So he thinks this is like political retribution for the influence that Polymarket had on people, even though it was people betting on the elections. And like all the polls on TV of them saying stats that were completely untrue, like how is that not influence? But if anything, I feel this is amazing advertisement for Polymarket. So good job, Polymarket, and continue crushing it. But enough with that. Let's get back to the alpha, diving deep into the trenches, which for some reason it was taking so long for tokens to migrate this weekend. At one point, I think we had like 30 tokens waiting to migrate. Some of them were taking over an hour, multiple hours in order for them to migrate to Radium. And it does seem to have to do with Jito. If you look at the top of bullx here, we have this message: Jito MEV services is degraded throughout the Solana network. MEV transactions may be slower. So apparently it wasn't pumpfun, it's Jito. I don't know how this stuff works, but it was really slowing down momentum for a lot of tokens. And it was also allowing multiple tokens to make it to the migration stage that had the exact same name and the exact same picture. And it created like this crazy PvP situation where you had 15 tokens that were migrating with the exact same name. But we're not going to let that stop us from making money. There were plenty of tokens that popped off. I'm not going to cover all of them, so I'm sorry if I don't cover your bags. But the first one that I'm going to cover is one that I actually mentioned, I believe, on Wednesday. This is Banana for Scale. I actually got into it at 3 mil. I woke up and I was down 90%. It was like sub 300,000. I should have bought more. Like I should have just thought of the narrative and bought more. Instead, I just held. At least I didn't sell. And I knew this was a good play because the rocket hasn't taken off yet. For those of you who don't know, first of all, this is the Elon Musk rocket that they're going to be sending up into space. And on it, they have a banana where if you zoom in, it says Banana for Scale, which is like a meme from Reddit or 9gag or whatever. And the rocket is launching on November 18th. So I knew we had a future catalyst where there's a chance that Elon tweets like, this is our rocket, Banana for Scale, and then boom, Memecoin would have gone nuts. But I didn't consider that somebody's going to make an alpha call on it that fast, and then it just started to take off. And two, I didn't consider the other narrative that I started to see spawn, which was that this is going to be the first meme in space. So as soon as somebody called it, you can see it just started running. It went from 1.4 mil all the way to 54 mil. Unfortunately, I sold like in this first candle at, I think I sold at 10 or 9 mil. I still 3x'd my money. It's still fine, but I could have done way better since I was in at 2 million or 3 million. Now, again, I still think this is a decent narrative because you have the future catalyst happening. I believe it's on Monday, the 18th, where they're going to be sending the rocket up. So it can get some traction again, especially if Elon tweets it. And we're going to look at an Elon tweet in a few seconds, but I don't think it is the first meme in space, because I found this article here. Elon announces the first meme, also the first meme coin in space, because it was Dogecoin. So I'm gonna have to look deeper into this and see if it actually happened. But regardless of that, I do still think that this meme has legs. Now, to illustrate the power of an Elon tweet, we can look at another token that launched just yesterday called Hamster Fight Club. And you can see I got in this one really early. I called this and actually Banana in Guerrilla Labs. We absolutely cooked on this. Multiple members made 5 figures from these calls as we got in as early as 600K, and this thing ran all the way up to, I believe, 32 million if you don't count the MEV candles. But basically the story behind this is that the US government spent $3 million injecting hamsters with steroids and then watching them fight instead of, like, I don't know, helping the homeless or something. And Rand Paul tweeted it and tagged Elon Musk, obviously because of the whole Department of Government Efficiency. Elon's going to want to know about this kind of stuff and be like, hey, why are we injecting hamsters and spending $3 million doing it? So we started to speculate, like, there's a really good chance that Elon tweets about this token, and that's exactly what happened. He quote tweeted it with just a hamster emoji, and this is the exact moment where he quote tweeted it. It was at roughly 2.4 million. Like I said, it shot all the way up to 30 million. Now it's down pretty bad at 8. It's still doing fine, but I'm just happy I caught this one early. And this is the power of following the main characters. This is the power of tracking the right Twitter accounts and just being in a VC with people, and everybody is doing the research. Everybody is participating, because a single tweet can make you guys 6 figures. But I know a lot of this stuff is hard to do. It's very hard trading alone. The place that I've been hanging out is in Spider Sensei. I'll put a link for it down below. And there's a lot of these groups. Like, I made a video not too long ago, which I'll also link down below, where I identify all of the tools that I use. I identify a ton of groups that I find are really good and some of the top traders in the space. But the place I've been hanging out the most recently, the place I found this and where I found that banana coin and a bunch of other coins, there was like a Reddit one where I made 20 sol, and that is going to be Spider Sensei. Now, this is not a calls server. There are no pings saying, hey, buy this. This is a server where people hang out in VC, they do research, and they have a ton of tools set up to track the main Twitter accounts that you want to be watching with keywords and everything. And this is how I've been finding all these tokens very quickly. So again, it's not a server where you're just going to have things spoon fed to you. You need to be doing the work, but what I like is it gives you the tools to do the work. It gives you the tools to learn how to trade meme coins, because it is not easy. Most people I know lose money. I lost like 50 sol last month just doing meme coins, trying to learn. And now I'm finally making really good money trading meme coins. So I'm happy, and that's where I've been hanging out. Jumping into some NFT news, we finally have the reveal for the McDonald's Doodle partnership. It's going to be, or the first part of it is going to be these beautifully designed holiday Doodles coffee cups that you're going to be able to get at McDonald's. But that's not the only thing they have. You're also, within the app, you're going to be able to see the Doodles movie, as well as get some Doodles traits, Doodles X McDonald's traits. But the coolest one is going to be the merch. Like, this merch looks dope, and Burnt Toast actually posted what some of the merch is going to look like. Like, this is sick. I'd actually wear this Doodles McDonald's merch. So for the first time in my life, I'm going to be wearing McDonald's merch if I can get my hands on it. But the price of Doodles did have a mega candle here when they announced the partnership with McDonald's. It's not as, I mean, we all knew it was going to be what, like a Happy Meal thing. So it was never going to be like a crazy bullish announcement, but it's still really cool to see a partnership. And thankfully the floor price is holding up decently well, currently at 2.2 ETH. It saw a high of 2.7. So if you bought the top, you're not down too bad. And like I've said in a few videos, like, I heard they've been raising for a token. So, you know, I wouldn't feel too bad if you bought the top here, because apparently they're going to have a token. It was supposed to be Q4. Maybe it's pushed out, but maybe you're going to get a token airdrop or something. No, nothing has been confirmed. No token, no airdrop. but just saying, it's nice to see them retain their floor price. They are still up 71% over the week. Next, in gaming news, we have Off the Grid kicking off their daily tournaments with cash prizes of $3,000. I believe the way this works is you have to be in the top 10 and then you get prize, or you get to compete. I thought it was top 50 and then you get to compete in the tournaments, but either way, they have prizes for the top players every single day. So it's going to get even more sweaty. The game was already very sweaty, but that's not the only tournaments. We also have this $600,000 all-star streamers game, which is going to have streamers in it like XQC. I'm not really familiar with these other guys, but I'm sure they're huge streamers, and it has massive prize pools. So some people, myself included, were worried that these streamers weren't going to play anymore because we have Call of Duty that just came out, and that's where a lot of them built their core audiences. So they kind of all flocked to that game, but it's great to see them coming back to Off the Grid and try to be competitive, because now they need to practice, they need to learn all the limbs and the weapons. So this is a great idea by the Off the Grid team, and I cannot wait to see this tournament. But our last news story of the day is about Mr. Gary Gensler, who has caused us so much pain, and he released this statement which is hinting at his resignation. Of course, there were a ton of meme coins that spawned about like goodbye Gary and all this stuff, but it does make sense if he resigns before, because we know Trump is going to be kicking him out of his position. So it's kind of a way for him to save face, but it's not like he's going out and he's not going to have a job. He's going to land himself a very cushy position. He has a strong network within the government. He has like incredible knowledge of how things work in the back end. So he's going to either get like a consulting job or a job at some firm. So he's going to be fine. But with this, we saw XRP rip to 82 cents, of course, because of the lawsuit between XRP and the SEC. And I did find it funny that the biggest gainers in the top 20 outside of meme coins, of course, we have Doge and Pepe, both up 90%. But the biggest gainers of the last 7 days in the top 20 are XRP and Cardano, both up 40 and 50%, which everybody says ETH is going to be the most hated rally in ETH NFTs. I think, you know, XRP and ADA are going to be the most hated rallies because they have such strong cults that believe in them for I don't know what reason, but they just do. And they have so many people who hate on these tokens and just don't want to hear about it anymore because they've heard about it for what, 7 years. So it's funny to see those two tokens rallying. But back to the SEC, we have 18 states that are suing the SEC, alleging unconstitutional overreach and unfair prosecution of the crypto industry under Gary Gensler, which I completely agree with. It was absolutely ridiculous. And speaking of states, we have Pennsylvania introducing a bill to create their own Bitcoin strategic reserve. We already know we have one for the United States as a nation, but it is really cool to see individual states start to do this now, and I believe it is only the beginning. That's it for today's video. I hope you found the alpha useful. I hope you found the news recaps useful or entertaining or whatever it is. Let me know in the comments down below what I missed. Let me know what you liked the most. And if you like these kind of videos, remember to hit that like button, helps my channel grow. If you haven't already done so, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification. Thank you for watching, you Crypto Gorilla. Peace.